If you picture living in a place where the nearest neighbor lives many miles away and the only sounds you hear come from the wind and animals, have you ever wondered what daily life feels like in one of the most faraway towns in America? From cold areas in Alaska to dry places in Nevada, there are towns that have learned the skill of staying apart. Join us as we look at the top 10 most faraway towns in America for 2026, where you will find secret treasures that most people will never even know exist. Number 1, Glasgow, Montana. Glasgow, Montana, the town that changes the meaning of far away? Picture this. You stand in the middle of empty land, and the nearest large city sits 280 miles away. That equals almost a 5-hour drive. With a population of around 3,200, smaller than many high schools, Glasgow has earned its name as the most faraway town in the lower 48 states. But do not let its far location trick you. This place holds much appeal. Glasgow grows on its close group spirit, where everyone knows everyone and neighbors might mean people living 10 miles down the road. People who love nature enjoy this town because it offers some of the best fishing and hunting places in the country. The nearby Fort Peck Lake, one of the largest man-made lakes in the U.S., has a shoreline reaching 1,520 miles, longer than the coastline of California. You can fish for walleye, move on the calm waters, or simply take in the calm. And if you enjoy looking at stars, Glasgow far location means skies so dark and clear you might see the Milky Way with your own eyes. Interesting fact, Glasgow became known in 2018, when a report named it the middle of nowhere after studying America's most faraway towns. People joke that if you want a trip to Walmart, you need to pack food and a map because the closest one sits in Williston, North Dakota, a 225-mile trip. Yet it is this far location that gives Glasgow its special appeal. Life here feels like going back in time, where today's busy things go away and all that remains is a feeling of calm, quiet, and good old kindness. So if you feel tired of busy city life, Glasgow might be your perfect place. Number 2, Marfa, Texas. Deep in the middle of West Texas lies Marfa, a small town big on character. With a population of around 1,800, Marfa might seem like any other small town, but it stands out. This place is known for its unusual art world and strange happenings. Let us talk about those Marfa lights. For many years, people have seen floating balls of light in the desert skies near the town. Some say they come from space visitors, others blame air conditions, but one thing stays true. They look magical. What makes Marfa even better is its art feel. Back in the 1970s, artist Donald Judd turned this quiet desert town into a world art spot. Today it holds famous works like the Chinati Foundation and the picture-perfect Prada Marfa, a fake Prada store standing alone in the desert. People from around the world, over 40,000 each year, come to this small town to take pictures and enjoy the creative air. But Marfa holds more than art and lights. It also offers wide open spaces and amazing night skies. Thanks to its far location, Marfa has some of the darkest skies in the U.S., making it a perfect place for people who study stars and those who just enjoy them. And while you visit, do not miss the Marfa Film Festival, a special event showing independent films in this unlikely culture spot. Living in Marfa means accepting simple life. The nearest major city, El Paso, sits a 3-hour drive away, so life here centers on group meals, dusty desert roads, and a slower speed. But do not think slow means dull. Marfa proves that even the most faraway places can hold much creativity and interest. Whether you come to see strange lights, enjoy modern art, or simply rest in the desert golden light, Marfa promises an experience like no other. Number 3, Eureka, Nevada. Welcome to Eureka, Nevada, a town that seems like it came from a history book but stays very much alive. Placed in the middle of Nevada's loneliest road in America, U.S. Route 50, Eureka holds around 400 residents, making it one of the most far-away and appealing mining towns in the U.S. This place is not just far, it holds style. Known as the friendliest town on the loneliest road, Eureka is where small-town kindness meets rich history. Started during the silver rush of the 1860s, Eureka once held over 10,000 residents and 100 saloons. Picture the fun back then. Today it stays quieter, but its rich history shows everywhere. The Eureka Opera House, built in 1880, still holds shows, and the town's courthouse from 1879 stands as a strong reminder of its good past. What makes Eureka special is not just its history. It is the pure beauty of its far location. Surrounded by rough desert views and tall mountains, the town serves as a perfect place for people who love going off the main path. Walking, hunting, and looking at old mines are popular things here. Plus, Eureka night skies rank among the darkest in the US, making it a dream for star watchers. In fact, the town's location offers almost no light pollution, perfect for seeing meteor showers and star groups. And while Eureka stays far away, it holds its own special things. Locals meet at the Owl Club, a historic eating place and bar where you can enjoy filling meals and even better stories from longtime residents. Interesting fact, Eureka stays so far that the nearest Walmart sits over 200 miles away, making food trips a true journey. For those looking to get away from modern hurry, Eureka holds a secret treasure where you can enjoy history, nature, and a simpler way of life. Number 4, Green Bank, West Virginia. Welcome to Green Bank, West Virginia, a town where the quiet is not just valuable, it shapes daily life. Known as the home of the National Radio Quiet Zone, this small group of around 140 residents lives without modern things like Wi-Fi, cell phones, or even microwaves. Sounds hard to believe, right? But Green Bank has a special reason for its quiet. It holds the Green Bank Observatory, the world's largest fully movable radio telescope, standing at a surprising 485 feet tall. To stop interference, wireless signals stay strictly not allowed in a 13,000 square mile area around the telescope. Life in Green Bank feels like going back to the 1950s. People talk the old way face-to-face, or with land phones. Children play outside without screen pulls, and the town's library and group center serve as the main places for social life. The lack of Wi-Fi has made Green Bank a popular place for those wanting a break from digital things. In fact, the area has been called a safe place for people who feel bad from electromagnetic fields, a condition where people say they have body symptoms from exposure to electromagnetic fields. But it holds more than quiet. Green Bank offers amazing Appalachian views perfect for walking and looking at nearby forests full of animals. The town itself holds some of the clearest night skies in the eastern U.S. You can look at stars like never before, free from city-like glow. Green Bank proves that living away from the grid does not mean giving up a rich and full life. Locals here have found a balance between modern needs and the calm peace their town offers. If you feel tired of constant phone sounds or just curious about life in the quietest town in America, Green Bank waits. Trust me, you will leave feeling fresh and maybe a little missing a simpler time. Number 5, Angle Inlet, Minnesota. If you search for the final faraway escape, let me show you Angle Inlet, Minnesota, the northernmost point in the lower 48 states. With a population of around 50 to 60 people, this small town stays so far that you need to cross the Canadian border to reach it. Yes, you heard right. To get to Angle Inlet by land, you drive into Canada, pass through customs, and then come back into the US. Unusual, completely. Angle Inlet sits on the northern edge of Lake of the Woods, a huge body of water with more than 14,000 islands, more than any other lake worldwide. The town itself stays small but appealing. The Angle Inlet School, the smallest in Minnesota, often holds fewer than 15 students at a time. Residents depend on each other, and the group feeling here stays strong. But do not let its size trick you. There holds plenty to do, from moving on boats and ice fishing to looking at nearby wild areas. Angle Inlet serves as a perfect place for outdoor lovers. Interesting fact, Angle Inlet stands as the only place in the lower 48 states north of the 49th parallel, which makes it feel like a secret part of America hidden near Canada. And while it stays far, people who make the trip often say the amazing beauty and calm make it worth it. If you want a mix of adventure, alone time, and a little geography fun, Angle Inlet waits. Just be ready for the drive of a lifetime. Number 6. Supai Village, Arizona. Hidden at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, Supai Village stands as one of the most far-away and amazingly beautiful places in the U.S. Home to the Havasupai tribe, this small group of around 200 residents stays so far that it reaches only by foot, mule, or helicopter. No roads lead to Supai, making it the only place in the U.S. where mail still arrives by mule, a way that goes back over 100 years. The trip to Supai starts with a 10-mile walk through amazing desert views, but trust me, the end place makes every step worth it. Supai is known for its bright blue waterfalls, including Havasu Falls, Mooney Falls, and Beaver Falls, whose strong colors look almost too good to be real. These falls come from mineral-rich spring water that creates a clear difference against the Red Canyon walls. Thousands of people walk here each year to enjoy these natural wonders and swim in the clear pools. But the tribe carefully limits visitors to protect their holy land. In fact, permits to visit sell out within hours when released each year. Living in Supai feels like entering another world. The Havasupai people live a simple, normal way of life, deeply linked to their land and past. The village holds a small school, a general store, and a lodge for the few lucky visitors who get bookings. The group grows on farming, raising crops like corn and beans just as their ancestors did. However, life here holds challenges. Supplies fly in by helicopter or come by mule, and the nearest hospital sits a 90-minute helicopter ride away. Supai Far location serves as both its greatest power and its biggest test. For the Havasupai tribe, it stays a safe place that lets them keep their culture and ways. For visitors, it offers a chance to see a piece of heaven far from modern life. If you search for an adventure that feels like entering a dream, Supai waits. Just be ready for the walk of a lifetime. Number 7. Utqiagvik, Alaska. Utqiagvik, Alaska, might be the final frontier town. Placed on the northernmost tip of the United States, this small group of around 4,600 residents stays as far north as you can go without leaving the country. Once known as Barrow, Utqiagvik sits on the edge of the Arctic Ocean, where temperatures rarely go above freezing even in summer. During winter, the town sees 65 straight days of darkness, a happening known as polar night, and in summer you get 84 days of nonstop daylight, earning it the name Land of the Midnight Sun. Life in Utqiagvik centers on the weather. The native Inupiat people have done well here for thousands of years, depending on normal ways like hunting for food and whaling. Bowhead whale hunting stays not only a way of life but also a key part of their cultural meaning. Residents work together to catch and share the meat, making sure the whole group gets support through the hard Arctic winters. Despite its far location, Utqiagvik holds modern things. The town has schools, health places, and even an airport, though flights to Anchorage or Fairbanks can cost over $500 one way. Groceries stay very costly, with a gallon of milk often priced at $10 or more. Yet the people here have changed, depending on local food and close group ties to do well. One of the most interesting parts of Utqiagvik is its science meaning. The town serves as a center for Arctic study, drawing scientists from around the world to look at climate change, animals, and sea ice. Visitors can learn about the area's special system at the Inupiat Heritage Center or see the amazing sight of polar bears moving along the coastline. Utqiagvik extreme setting might not suit everyone, but for those who call it home, it stays a place of unmatched beauty, strength, and cultural wealth. Standing on the edge of the Arctic Ocean, surrounded by large tundra and endless skies, you feel like you have truly reached the top of the world. Number 8. Mentone, Texas. Welcome to Mentone, Texas, a town so small it makes other small towns feel large. With a population of around 20 residents, Mentone stands as the smallest county seat in the United States. Placed in Loving County, Texas, this place defines far away. In fact, Loving County itself stays the least populated county in the lower 48 states, with fewer than 100 people calling it home. So what feels like living in a town where everyone knows not only your name, but also your whole life story? Mentone's claim to fame is not just its size, but also its history. The town started during an oil boom in the 1930s, and while the oil rig's mostly gone, signs of its past stay. The courthouse, a simple building that serves as the center of local government, stands as one of the few marks in town. There also sits a gas station, a post office, and not much else. But what Mentone lacks in things, it makes up in appeal and a group feeling hard to find elsewhere. Life here stays quiet, really quiet. The nearest grocery store sits about an hour drive away in Pecos, and most residents depend on weekly trips to get supplies. However, the wide open spaces and amazing West Texas sunsets make it all worth it. The area stays perfect for looking at stars, with clear skies that show the Milky Way in all its beauty. Interesting fact, Mentone stays so small that it holds no high school. Students travel to nearby towns for classes, often going 30 miles or more each way. Yet the residents of Mentone stay very proud of their little town, which serves as a reminder that even the smallest places can leave a big mark. If you search for a place where time slows down and the stars shine a little brighter, Mentone might be the perfect escape. It proves that sometimes less really stays more. Number 9. Jarbidge, Nevada. Placed in the rough mountains of northern Nevada, Jarbidge stays a faraway town that feels like entering the Wild West. With a population around 12 full-time residents, this not official group stands as one of the most faraway places in the United States. Reached only by dirt roads, some of which stay not passable during snowy winter months. The name Jarbidge comes from a Shoshone word meaning devil, based on local stories about a man-eating giant that once moved the area. Jarbidge history holds deep in gold. In 1909, a finder hit gold in nearby hills, leading to a mining boom that brought thousands to this far area. At its height, Jarbidge held a population of over 1,500 and had saloons, stores, and even a jail. Picture the fun back then. Today, the leftovers of its mining past stay clear from old cabins to mining tools spread across the land. The town also known for being the place of the last stagecoach robbery in the U.S., which happened in 1916. Life in Jarbidge stays a return to simpler times. There stay no gas stations or grocery stores. SO residents must travel to the nearest town about 90 miles away for supplies. However, the town's far location stays part of its appeal. People who make the trip get amazing mountain views, clean streams perfect for fishing, and miles of walking trails. The Jarbidge River, one of Nevada's only year-round rivers, runs through the area and holds native bull trout. Jarbidge Close Group accepts its far way of life. The town holds a yearly Memorial Day weekend festival with parades, live music, and plenty of homemade pies. It stays a rare chance for locals and visitors to meet and celebrate this hidden treasure. For those looking for a real taste of the Old West, Jarbidge offers a look into a past time, complete with amazing natural beauty and a feeling of adventure hard to find elsewhere. Number 10. Kalaupapa, Hawaii. Placed on the far northern coast of Molokai, Kalaupapa, Hawaii, stays a faraway town full of history and natural beauty. Reached only by mule trail, small aircraft, or a 3.5-mile walk down tall sea cliffs. The tallest in the world, Kalaupapa stays a place where time seems to stop. The town's population stays tiny, with fewer than 20 residents living in this far paradise, making it one of the most faraway groups in the U.S. Kalaupapa's story stays both sad and strong. In the 19th century, the Hawaiian government made a leprosy settlement here to keep away those with the disease, now known as Hansen's disease. Over the years, more than 8,000 people sent to Kalaupapa, creating a group linked by strength and kindness. Today, the settlement serves as a national historical park, keeping the stories of those who lived here, and the work of St. Damien and St. Marianne who gave their lives to care for the residents. Despite its sad history, Kalaupapa stays amazingly beautiful. Surrounded by blue waters of the Pacific and backed by green cliffs, the town feels like an untouched, perfect place. People welcome but must get a permit to enter the settlement, making sure its calm and historical meaning stay protected. The Kalaupapa Trail offers amazing views of the coastline and stands as one of Hawaii's most rewarding walks. Life in Kalaupapa stays calm and deeply linked to nature. Residents enjoy fishing, gardening, and the unmatched peace that comes with living in such a far location. Supplies come by barge a few times a year, and electricity comes from solar panels and generators. Modern things stay limited, but for those who call Kalaupapa home, the simple life here stays part of its appeal. Kalaupapa stays a place like no other, a mix of hard history, amazing natural beauty, and a spirit of strength that leaves a lasting mark. Whether you come to learn about its past or to enjoy its unmatched views, this faraway treasure stays a proof to the power of the human spirit and the healing strength of nature.